Welcome back to the another video tutorial from TI Lectures. In this video lecture, we'll discuss the types of cancer. As in the previous video lectures, we discussed what is cancer. We discussed the important difference between the cancer cells and the normal cells. And in this second video lecture, we'll discuss some different important types of the cancer. As we know that जो cancer है, there are more than 100 types of cancers, and cancers are usually named for the organs or tissues where they form. For example, lung में होगा, then we call that lung cancer, right? Brain में होगा, then we call that brain cancer. So usually, and also if we see जो cancers, and they are also described by the type of cell that forms them, such as epithelial cell or a squamous cell, right? So first type we'll see here. First type we'll see here, that is carcinoma. We know there are 100 types of cancers, and they are usually named for the organs or tissues where they form, right? So first one is carcinoma. Carcinoma means these are the most common type of cancer. They are formed by the epithelial cells. And what are epithelial cells? Epithelial cells are the cells that cover the inside and outside surfaces of our body. So we say that जो carcinoma है, these are carcinoma जो है, these are formed by the epithelial cells. These are formed by the epithelial cells. And what are epithelial cells? Epithelial cells are those cells which cover inside and outside of our body. You got my point? And what is the example of this carcinoma? We know breast cancer. Breast cancer is an example of carcinoma. Colon cancer is an example of carcinoma. Prostate cancer is an example of carcinoma. Lung cancer is an example of carcinoma. Stomach cancer is an example of carcinoma. So what is carcinoma? Carcinoma means this is the this forms in the epithelial cells, and epithelial cells are those cells which cover the inside and outside of our body. An example of carcinoma is breast cancer, colon cancer, prostate, lung and stomach cancer, right? Now second type is sarcoma. Second type of cancer is sarcoma. What is sarcoma? These are cancers that are formed in bone and soft tissues, including muscle, including fat, including blood vessels, including lymph nodes, including tendons and ligaments as well, right? So what are these sarcoma? What is sarcoma kind of sarcoma type of cancer? These are cancers that are formed in bone and soft tissue. These are formed in bone and soft tissues. Bone and soft tissues. Soft tissues including अगर हम soft tissues की बात कर रहे हैं, soft tissues including muscle, including lymph nodes, right? Including tendons, including ligaments, right? Including these blood vessels. So these are this is sarcoma. So we came to know that sarcoma is that kind of cancer which arise or that forms in bone and soft tissues, including muscles, including lymph vessels, including tendons, including ligaments, blood vessels, and much more, right? Now we see the third type of cancer, that is leukemia. Third one is leukemia. As you might have heard the name leukemia, this type of cancer, you might have heard the name of this cancer. that these are cancers that begin in the blood forming tissue of the bone marrow, because जो bone marrow है, that is the region inside our body which is responsible for the formation of blood. और अगर उस वो जो region है bone marrow में जो blood बनाता है, अगर उस region में cancer होगा, then that kind of cancer is known as leukemia, right? But जो leukemia है, they never form the solid tumors. They don't form the solid tumors. They don't form the solid tumors like that of sarcoma or carcinoma. They don't form the solid tumors. So जो blood forming region है inside the bone marrow, उसमें अगर cancer होगा, that kind of cancer is known as leukemia, right? Now the fourth kind of cancer is that is a lymphoma. Fourth one is a lymphoma. The fourth type of cancer, lymphoma जो है, it is a cancer that begins in the lymphocytes. As we know that जो lymphocytes हैं, they are the important cells of our immune system, like T lymphocytes or the B lymphocytes. अगर T lymphocytes और B lymphocytes में कोई abnormality हो and they form the cancer, that kind of cancer is known as lymphoma. So जो lymphoma type of cancer है, this forms in the T cells or B cells of the immune system. B cells of immune system. Right? Now the fifth type of cancer is that is a multiple myeloma. Multiple myeloma. This is the fifth type of cancer. And what is multiple myeloma? It is a cancer that begins in the plasma cells of the immune system, because we know in immune system there are different kinds of cells which are responsible for the production of antibodies, or they defend our body from any kind of infectious agent. और उनमें एक cells होते हैं, we call them plasma cells. और जो plasma cells होते हैं, that is responsible for the formation of antibodies. और अगर उस plasma cell में कोई abnormality हो, उस plasma cell में cancer हो, then that kind of cancer is known as multiple myeloma. So this जो multiple myeloma है, ये कैसे होता है? Cancer in plasma cells of immune system. Plasma cells of immune system. And the sixth type is melanoma. Sixth type is melanoma. Melanoma is that kind of cancer. It is cancer that begins in the cells of the melanocytes. Melanocytes are those cells present inside our skin that are responsible for the production of melanin pigment, the pigment that gives color to the skin. और अगर उस melanin pigment producing cell में that's called as melanocyte, अगर उसमें कैंसर होगा, then that kind of cancer is known as melanoma. That means melanoma जो है, ये melanocytes में होता है, melanocytes में होता है. So these are six different kinds of cancers, right? First one was carcinoma, which occurs in the epithelial cells. For example, breast cancer, colon cancer. Sarcoma, that occurs in the bone and soft tissues like muscles, lymph vessels, tendons, ligaments, blood vessels. Leukemia is there, that do not form solid tumor. That means leukemia वो वाला कैंसर है जो blood forming region होता है bone marrow में, उसमें अगर कैंसर होगा, that's called as leukemia, and that never forms the solid tumors. Lymphoma is cancer or abnormality in the T cells or B cells of the immune system. जब उनमें कैंसर होगा, that's called as lymphoma. Fifth one is multiple myeloma, that means cancer in the plasma cells of the immune system. And the sixth one is melanoma. Melanoma means when जो melanin producing cells होते हैं, जिनको melanocytes बोलते हैं, उनमें अगर कैंसर होगा, that kind of cancer is known as melanoma, right? So in the next video lecture, we'll be discussing some important causes of the cancer. Thank you.